640 WBZT West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station. The thoughts and opinions expressed are those of the sponsors and don't necessarily reflect those of this station or iHeartMedia. The home of the Rainbow Bagel, My Delicious Deli brings you home cooking with a Remember When deli dining experience. Located in central Boca Raton, My Delicious Deli prepares all of their food with the freshest of ingredients, cooked to order. From a light nosh and soups to omelets and full entrees. Choose from low-fat and gluten-free, or indulge in one of My Delicious Deli's signature deli sandwiches. Bring your family and friends to dine in and take out. Open 7 days a week for breakfast, lunch, and dinner to go, or for all of your catering needs. Visit them at mydeliciousdeli.com or call them at 561-393-3287. There's something for everyone at My Delicious Deli, 7036 West Palmetto Road in Boca Raton, 561-393-3287. Well, it's noontime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. The team is ready to serve you a huge portion of fun for lunch. So let's break open the lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought, take a seat in the Brooklyn Cafe, and get ready to enjoy the humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of feel-good and happy soup to help your day go by easier and enjoy your break with others around you. Your hosts, Don and Freddy S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or dream-making. It's the feel-good food you need to help that bagel go down nice and smoothly. If you have a story to share, anything that happened at work or play, a movie review, a restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll-free 1-800-889-0267 right now. So sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe and let Dawn and Freddy S. get your happy juices flowing.
Happy Friday. I saw this man last night. It was one of the most beautiful experiences I've ever had. You're on, by the way.
Who's that?
Who is that?
Roger Waters of Pink Floyd, one of the most amazing shows I've ever experienced. Amazing.
You saw the show.
Do you know one of the things I'm going to miss the most about being here?
I knew it. You know, you put that in my head yesterday as well.
What?
About her opening act.
Is your opening.
Aw, thanks.
Truly.
It's the
yeah,
only...
but I have a way of combating that.
We're going to bring her with us? We're going to call you every day at 12:55, and one of these days we're going to get it right.
Excellent. This is the only chance I get to be myself and to be creative. So I get to be creative in other ways, but this is truly me. When I play the music, it's me. So
welcome to our world. It's our one chance to be us.
Now, you can give me tracks, right? Like 5 tracks for 5 shows, and I just tell the guy play them.
Sure, whatever.
Tell
whatever
the guy
works.
play them.
Play them, baby.
We're going to have a hotline, like Batman hotline. We're going to have a hotline to 95.3 The Talk.
The Talk.
We're going to go, Joe, hotline.
You guys want to start the show now?
I'd like you to start it.
You got a whole bunch of people in here.
We have a full house.
You got like 15
Carmine
people.
and Curtis said, how are you doing that? How many people are you going to fit in that room? We've got one more to come. I don't know where Eric went.
I left her at the Mia studio. She's talking to the program director.
Oh, you found Super?
Super Duper. I said, Super Duper, how you doing, Super Duper?
Ready to start the show, my friend?
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. All our friends in New York City, Atlanta, Chicago, Boston, LA, San Francisco, we want to say hi.
Good afternoon.
It is Friday.
It is a hot Friday, I'm telling you.
It ain't hot. What kind of Floridian are you?
You want to say hi? Hot? Is that code for Hawaii?
Hi.
See?
Let me ask you a question. Will you come to the talk with us if I throw in
Hawaii?
one remote in Hawaii?
Hello.
One remote. We may not actually get the sound.
We may not get there. We may not get it done. But would you go?
Are you kidding me? If you said, let's go to Iowa, I'll go.
Do you know what? I think even Graciela Valdez would join us. She said yesterday her camera will travel. Like wand will travel.
I have camera. I will travel.
Now, I had, yesterday we were at the Foundry. But the problem was that the Ethernet disappeared yesterday.
Aha.
It was nothing to do with here.
Because I couldn't find you on Periscope
But
either.
you heard us a few times sparkle in here?
Yeah.
Because I put it on my phone. I put it on hotspot. But by the time I did it, there wasn't enough juice to carry it. It was just...
It was what it was, and we'll get to that in a minute. But in the meantime, you can find us live streaming on Facebook and on Periscope at the Brooklyn Cafe. Find us on YouTube at AMP2 TV and give us a call at 800-889-0267. I want you to notice, Freddie, my ducks have grown. I need to thank Jane Garcia Deal because this...
Oh my gosh.
I have a new friend on our set. My ducks are still in a row. He was rescued from the beach.
Aww.
And I saw Jane yesterday from Caring People. So, Jane, a shout out to your daughter. I hope she is feeling better today. And thank you for adding to.
Now, let me ask you a question about that green duck. That duck was not green. Did they paint it? What did they do to that duck?
The duck is through and through green. Maybe it's a military duck.
It may have been
I don't
left.
know.
It may have been left on the beach.
But my ducks are in a row. I have my baby ducks ready for you.
Speaking of green, the only shot I got on Periscope was of Bobby. And it was a shot that was like frozen, and there's this awesome, cool green drink in front of him.
That was my cucumber martini.
I was like, I want to be there.
I had a cucumber martini. I had a strawberry, I think, mojito. We had 26-degree brewing company with us, so we had a few different beers.
Any of it.
It was a thirsty Thursday. Then we had some cannabinoid water. We had 26-degree brewing company. We had cannabinoid shots. Yes, they're going to be joining us on set. Cannabinoid water. So it was a fun day. It was hot, but it was fun.
Now let me ask you a question. What happened to all the cannabinoid water? Because
you know they left us a case.
Who took the case?
And everyone took it.
The lady says, "Do you want the box?" So I said, "Of course I want the box. There's water in it."
It was empty.
It was empty.
Everyone took the water. So shout out to Cannabinoid Water, and they will be joining us hopefully at the end of the month with Bobby for Fitness Friday.
I told the doc today about the water. He tells me, "Well, will you test positive for marijuana use?"
No.
I said, "No, doc, you're in the clear. You can drink this. Don't worry about it."
It's all clear.
No, but he was talking about me. Am I going to test positive?
You won't test positive. It's all good.
Well, good.
I want to thank you, Bobby, for setting up the remote for us yesterday for Fitness Friday. We have a full set. We have Bobby Jackson in the house from the Custom Fitness Institute. So thank you for setting up yesterday.
Absolutely. That was a blast.
It was a great event.
I don't know how you guys do those 2-hour segments like that, and you just marathon through it. No ad breaks. Powered through. That was,
2 hours without commercials and without a potty break on a thirsty Thursday.
And you had a smile on for 120 minutes. That was, I don't know how you do it. That was a marathon, but that was just a blast. And thank you to all the companies that came out to support 26 Degrees. We had the Pompano Chamber come out. We had the Pelican newspaper. We had the brothers, the Moncayo brothers come and
I'm so excited to have them back on also
to
do a women's self-defense class. That'll be fantastic.
Yeah, to really show a little bit more about, how they developed the youth program, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in general, and how it really applies to kind of the self-defense lifestyle is great. So
they can have a whole show on their own.
You seemed a little tired yesterday.
I was. Again, I don't have the endurance for that like you guys do. That is unbelievable.
I think Bobby was waiting for me to say, you don't have to be on this segment.
You were like,
go walk out.
Go walk around a little bit. So,
I could have done 4 more.
I had to shake it out a couple times. But
you did. Then we went. I had to go to happy hour.
Poor girl.
Which is where I got my duck from. And then we had all the shows last night. We had Faith Washington. We had Becky and Boca ran a tape. We had Lisa from Serendipity. Again, another full day.
You're funny. You had to go to a happy hour?
I had to go to a happy hour.
And that was after
all for the business.
The 26 Degrees taking care of us and the Foundry taking care of us.
And the cannabinoid, yes, I had to go to happy hour.
Yeah.
I was a little tired, though, last night.
And then you had some production. You had Faith Washington last night.
Yes,
you had Lisa.
That's all good. And that's how we grow, which is why we're going to have this new phenomenal opportunity down in Boca del Rey, 95.3 The Talk, starting, I think, it'll be July 28th, which is that Monday, since it goes as the week. August 1st, we roll right into it.
She keeps asking
31st, sorry.
She keeps asking me, what day? I don't know. Pick a day. We go.
How do you like that for an answer? When are we going? I don't know. Where are we going to be? I don't know. Where do you want to be?
But it starts in August. What's the first day in August we're on the air? Monday?
Tuesday. Isn't it Tuesday? Oh, Wednesday.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. This is what happens when you put... And another duck is flown.
Francesca, I know. I throw ducks at him. I should give her one to throw at you when you misbehave.
No, don't teach her that. Okay, so what's the first day in August? Anybody know?
The first day in August is Tuesday, August 1st.
Well, we're not on Tuesday.
Which means
so we'll be on Wednesday. So there's your answer. So where we're going to be Monday?
That is the $1 million question.
We won't be here.
Who's on first?
On Wednesday, August 2nd, we will be at Junior's down in Meisner Park.
We are?
We are.
Hey Mo, how you doing?
We have a bridge show today. Good. Let's get right into it. Bobby Jackson. We have Custom Fitness Institute. We have Motivate.
Mo's moving things around.
Motivate Fit Meals.
Motivate Fit Meals as the banner falling down.
I'll take responsibility for that one. Yeah.
And we have Dr. Scott Braun with us as well, as a chiropractor, who couldn't quite wrap his head around what we did. So I said, come on down and see what we do.
He couldn't quite wrap his head around what we do, and you put those earphones on here? What's the matter with you?
We've got Regina and Francesca with us. We've got Heather Ann's team in the house. So Heather,
her tribe is in the house.
Her tribe is in the house, and you are not here.
Yes.
We have Heather
Bobby,
joining us next Friday,
see if you can put that back up so it doesn't strangle Mo. And
next Friday we have Heather and Steven Spitz from Badass Running Company joining us on our Fitness Friday.
That's good. You know, we had Badass Running Company. Yeah, when I put him on the air, he left.
We went back to back. It was a full 2 hours of segment yesterday.
She kept saying, we're taking commercials. How many times I got to tell you no commercials? No commercials.
It just dawned on me. We have 10 more together. 10 more, that's it.
It's time to have a party. Which is why, Mo, we need to get in contact with that liquor distributor.
Got it.
We've got some parties we need to get rolling on.
I'm on it. Now, does it have to be kosher?
No.
Or okay.
Kosher.
We're not choosy.
Because the lechem is kosher.
So. Well, it works.
Yeah.
I'll do kosher vodka.
Okay.
But it's
we'll
not
do any vodka.
It's not necessarily part of the requirement.
As long as it's wet.
Okay.
If the vodka's wet, we're in good shape. What do you think? What do you think, Doc? Yeah?
Wine also.
That's all. There you go. See,
perfect.
Everybody in the house is in agreement.
Perfect.
There you go. All right,
you
Bobby.
sure you still don't want to come?
I'm thinking about it.
Right. All right, what do we got?
Bobby, go ahead and introduce Mo.
So we have Monica Karpinski, and she and I met through, was it FAU?
Yes.
Somehow we got a connection, and of course, you know, hearing a little bit about her resume, where she was coming from, I immediately invited her up to the studio to just kind of talk shop and really get to know her a little bit better, and we connected almost immediately.
How'd you meet at FAU? Were you doing something there?
I was involved in one of the studies with the ISSN, and one of our mutual friends, she's doing it as well. So her and me connected, and then she connected the two of us together.
I was actually used as one of the test subjects for a little study they were doing with the acute effects of a pre-workout.
Yeah, that was the same one that I was involved in.
And
let me ask you about that pre-workout, because my kids talk about it all the time, and their friends drink this pre-workout. Is it called pre-workout, or are there different kinds of pre-workout?
There's about 1 million different brands and styles out there now. So I've used quite a few of them, really inconsistent results on it, and then usually it's just a crazy combination of chemicals that you're sipping on. So I just kind of tried to step away from that.
And a lot of them make you wiry. A lot of them have beta-alanine in them, so they make you tingle. Some people like it, some people don't. The problem is if you get too dependent on it, and then your body's natural system will not give you the energy that you should readily have to do a workout. And if you get dependent on it, a lot of these kids, a lot of these guys, then your adrenal glands start to suffer, and then that one scoop no longer does anything. And then you're doing 2 scoops, and then you can't sleep at night.
And that's pretty much the consensus I heard, but I really, that was all...
There are some out there that if they increase your neural drive, which help you to function in your brain, then that's what I think would be good. But the other ones that make you super jittery, have over 300 milligrams of caffeine, those aren't necessarily the best.
And that was a cool part about the study, too, was it was really, you know, it was using a little bit cleaner version of these pre-workout supplements.
Well, we didn't know if we were doing a placebo or a pre-workout.
It was over 2 weeks, but I think the supplement that they used was a pretty decent version of what a pre-workout should have in it. And again, it was exactly that. It was to test to see.
For your clients?
I don't actually have a little Keurig machine. And so if I can't verbally motivate them enough, sip on a quick little cup of coffee, get that natural caffeine in you, and let's get to work.
And that's why we connected too, because, you know, from an anti-bro science perspective, if your body is amazing and it's made to work if you fuel it the right way. So one of the things, you know, not just with my food company, Motivate Fit Meals, but with the supplementation, if it's based on science, you're going to have longer results. It's going to be better for your body.
What supplementation do you work with?
What I believe in, again, based on science, I don't use a pre-workout. BCAAs, having a good branched chain amino acid, where the bioavailability, meaning it will go into your cells and actually do something, I'm good with that. And I come from over 18 years of being in the bodybuilding fitness world.
I saw your pictures.
I competed for 10 years in figure, so I started out doing all the wrong things, but that was my testimony and what does and doesn't work. And now that I work with some of the people at the ISSN, the science proves it. So A pre-workout.
And explain the ISSN. Please.
That's the International Sports. I started working with Dr. Jose, and the ISSN. They are the ones that come up with most of the studies. So I'm a guinea pig because when I did the first study with them, it was the same one for pre-workout. And then when they did my bone density test, one of the doctors asked me if I was a power lifter growing up because my bone density was off the charts. I said, well, no, but I'm part Polish, so maybe that's why.
just a big friend.
Polish, Colombian, and Jewish.
All of those things add up to a lot of bone density.
There you go. So then they said, would you be interested in doing other studies? I'm like, absolutely. And, I work at a spinal institute down the street from the ISSN, so the timing and everything was perfect. So since then, I've been involved in 3 other studies. I'm currently involved in a 1-year protein study. So I'm taking in close to 300 grams of protein a day.
Wow.
And,
what types of protein?
That's one of the things that's interesting is that I'm taking in mostly eggs, protein powder, because Dymatize is the company that's sponsoring the study, and eggs, chicken, a lot of fish. I'm not really doing a lot of red meat, but also making sure that my probiotics, my digestive system, everything is working as it should. And I come from a high-protein diet because I competed for so many years. So being involved in that study, they just had a conference in Phoenix, and what they're trying to talk about is, how are your kidneys affected? Because a lot of registered dietitians say too much protein is bad, and, there's a lot of theories out there. Knock on wood, I just had my blood work done and everything's completely normal.
Well, you also hydrate a lot, right?
Yes, hydration is extremely important.
You went to the doctor.
Yeah.
He was on our set, Dr. Hare. He
Yeah.
is a nephrologist as well as an internist.
Yes.
How are your kidneys as a diabetic?
Everything's fine.
Nice.
He says that there was some concern that I'm not hydrated enough. I don't know how he could tell that, but he's right. I don't drink enough water, so now...
Nobody does. That's one of the biggest problems. The top 2, actually, that I talk a lot about is not enough protein, not enough recovery, meaning your sleep, and nobody hydrates enough. We talk about how important water is, but if you really think about it, that every system in your body needs hydration, your functioning, your brain needs water. Every cell in your body. I always say a happy cell is a hydrated cell. So a lot of times, even for women specifically, we could be super hormonal just because we're dehydrated. If you're tired,
there you go, Carol. That would explain it.
But the difference is that my hydration is necessary.
Correct.
Because I'm a diabetic.
Yep.
Well, I'm borderline diabetic.
Borderline
The hell knows what the hell.
We're bringing
you back.
0.1 away, and then you become intolerable, or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, all those things.
All those things. But the bottom line here is hydration to me is important because high protein, and it's really funny because I checked this with Bobby, high protein, low carbs is really the name of the game.
Yeah.
But the doc that I sat with today, he said, Freddy, it's really the insulin. And I said, no. It ain't really the insulin. None of you guys think it's the insulin, but the next time I come see you, we're going to get rid of the shot. We're going to start working on the metformin next. Then that's going to leave, and I'm going to lose the weight.
You're going to start working with Bobby next.
Bobby's the next step because he wants me to get bone density. All the things you're touching on.
Yep. And that's why I'm a guinea pig, because I always try to practice what I preach or what I post. So even competing, I always did it naturally, eating more as I went along. I didn't diet myself down, but I did it to prove a point to all of my clients that I work with. And, a lot of kids now have eating disorders, and even boys, they're not comfortable with eating, and they have such a misconception because of what we see on TV with a lot of these marketing dieting companies. It's really all about fixing your metabolism, which is your own body's personal engine of how it processes and burns the foods that we eat. So if you eat a foreign substance, there's no way around it. Your body doesn't know what it is. It's either going to store it as a toxin, which becomes a disease, or it's going to store it as fat.
Yes.
No way around it. When you eat good foods, your body does what it needs to do with it, and you feel better.
Well, it's amazing. I was a guinea pig too. Except I was a guinea pig that almost killed me. But lesson learned.
Guinea pig.
There you go.
Chose to do what you chose to do.
No, but I didn't choose to go in that direction. Let's take it easy there. I didn't choose to be in ICU for 7 days.
But people don't realize that. Well, that's something separate. But
that's
the
what I'm
food
talking about, the
choices.
guinea pig.
Yeah, that was a bad reaction to medication.
Yeah, but then they tell me today that it had a lot to do with what I was doing to lower my deal. See, what people don't understand is that physically you are a great person to follow because you are following all the deal. You're a female, so everything has to be even more increased, bone density and everything else. What people don't understand is psychologically that's where the fight begins.
Absolutely.
So if you're not here,
absolutely,
there ain't no way you're going to be here.
Yep. And that's the type of coaching that I do now. I did a lot of the fitness, physical I started when I was 18 and I'm 35 now. And it was all about the hardcore. I was working with the Navy at the time and everybody's throwing up when I train them. And then you get older and then you learn things. And now that we have science that backs all of this up and not just reading an article in Muscle and Fitness, it kind of changes the scope. And what I have done in the last year or two is exactly what you said, is connecting the mindfulness. And if you're not right mentally, spiritually, those things affect what we do on a daily basis.
Yes, they do.
Yeah,
it has to do with our patterns.
But you also have a meal company.
Yes. Yep. And even in my food, I make sure that my chef has good juju when he's cooking. I make sure he's in a good mood.
See, this is how my set sits.
Hence the ducks and the wands. I'm the same way. It's all about the good energy, right? And everything is energy. In what we think and what we do, the food that we eat affects how we feel. And there's now even more studies coming out, science-based, that when you think a thought, if it's a good thought, it has a high vibration, the molecular structure of your cells are affected. If you think a low vibrating thought, if you're listening to bad music or the news or the media and you're not consciously conscious, those things are affecting you physiologically.
It's really funny you bring that up. We had Daphne on the set with the doctor, and Daphne does the biomeridian. You familiar with that? Mm-hmm. And the doctor never heard of biomeridian. Now he wants to know everything about it.
That's our new show, East Meets West.
Because we're bringing traditional medicine in with what you just described.
Yep.
And the amazing thing about all of this is people sort of, they poo-poo it, you know, and you can poo-poo it all you want. This stuff that Bobby gave me, I'm going to put it right in front of the camera.
Green Roads World.
And, you know, neuropathy has always been a problem with diabetics. And there's no cure for it. It can give you a cream of this, or that, or this. And there's just no cure for this stuff. So I said, you know what? Why don't we try it? Put it on, and it hurt. I said, wow, this is like, it tingled. I said, what is this? And then whoosh, it goes away. Second day. And that stuff is sticky, Bobby.
It is.
When I used to play football and baseball, I used to use stick 'em. That stuff is the worst than that.
Stick 'em. We got to go to commercial break.
Why?
Speaking of stick 'em.
Stick 'em.
We got to get out of here.
She waved her wand.
Stick 'em. We got to go to commercial break. Give us a call at 800-889-0267. When we come back, we're going to talk more with Mo and Bobby and Dr. Braun. Ready, Freddy?
Ready.
We'll be right back.
British are coming! The British are coming! It's the new British invasion! Nikki Gross-Klein, real estate genius, along with fitness phenom Lily Jaffe of Evolving Bodies, will be joining the Brooklyn Cafe the first Monday of the month at 12 noon. The Brits talk honestly about health, hormones, and women in business. Are you ready to achieve your goals? Join the conversation on wealth, women, finance, aging, relationships, and a lot of fun that might leave the producer speechless. Nikki and Lily are experts in their fields and will share their knowledge and experience to help improve your life. They promise this will be nothing like you've ever heard before. For over 35 years, Ruth and Norman Rails Jewish Family Services has been serving residents of Boca Raton, Delray Beach, and Highland Beach through their comprehensive range of programs and services for people of all ages and beliefs. Whether you need help with food, financial assistance, senior services for yourself or a loved one, affordable counseling and mental health service, career and employment services, or their Center for Families and Children, JFS is here for you. Please call JFS at 561-852-3333 or railsjfs.org. Call 561-852-3333. The Custom Fitness Institute is a private fitness studio offering personal training and partner training programs to fit your schedule. CFI has created a premium workout environment fit for every fitness level. From beginners to competitive athletes, their welcoming facility and certified fitness professionals are there to design a custom program to help you achieve your goals efficiently, safely, and effectively. CFI also offers nutritional evaluations, physical assessments, and movement assessments. Give them a call today to schedule your free consultation. 954-999-8458. The Custom Fitness Institute can help you get your health and fitness journey started or bring your current fitness level to new heights. Call the Custom Fitness Institute today. 954-999-8458. Are you fatigued, foggy-minded, bloated maybe, always hungry, trouble losing weight, or suffering from the effects of pre- or post-menopause? If so, the Evolving Bodies line of natural, garbage-free health products and delicious lactose-free protein is the line for you. Evolving Bodies gets the job done. They're a company with a conscience. Every time you purchase a product from Evolving Bodies, you're helping supply healthy meals to a family in need. For more info, call 561-948-1986 and visit www.evolvingbodies.com. Bodies is spelled B-O-D-Y-Z. For health and fitness tips, tricks, and recipes. It's so good, even Freddy likes it. Give him a call at 561-948-1986. Life doesn't have to be defined by abandonment or disease. Learn life skills to stop feeding those old wounds and imagine the possibility of being healthy and happy. Shari Coltoon is a master certified integrative life coach, Reiki master, and an intuitive, focusing on autoimmune disease and family estrangement. Shari facilitates a support group program for people who need healing from a family breakup. Contact Shari at 954-654-7187 to learn important life skills. For a 30-minute free session, call Shari Coltoon at 954-654-7187 or visit her website at sharicoltoon.com. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddy S. at the cafe, give them a call at 1-800-889-0267, toll free. Come on in or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. That's 1-800-889-0267. Let's reopen the cafe doors. Now back to Dawn and Freddy S.
And we're back. Welcome back to a Fun Fitness Friday on the Brooklyn Cafe. Give us a call at 800-889-0267. You can find us live streaming on Facebook and Periscope at the Brooklyn Cafe and on YouTube at AMP2 TV. We have a full set in the house. We've got special guests watching us from Heather Ann's tribe. So Heather, thank you for sending everyone our way. We've got Monica Mo Krupinski with us from Motivate Fit Meals. We've got Bobby Jackson from the Custom Fitness Institute and Dr. Scott Braun with us. Let's talk about your food program.
Okay.
What you
Bobby,
have.
get that box
You've
out.
brought us some protein balls and some steak.
I brought some samples so you guys can see. This is our protein snack. It's protein balls, and we change our menu weekly, and then this is just a sample of the portion sizes of our meals. As I stated earlier, I've been in the fitness industry for most of my life, and I had a lot of companies that would sponsor me as I got into figure again in the last 5 years. It made it very convenient for me because nobody has time, and as time went on, I had some personal issues. The portion sizes weren't big enough. A lot of the companies use chemicals, and I get it when you're growing, you have to cut corners. And long story short, my path led me to having my own company. I've always had a passion for the food end of it.
Can we open those up?
Yeah, absolutely.
Freddy Finger Food. I'm so
Would you like a
glad
ball?
your name starts with F because it just works with everything I
Hey,
have to
watch
say.
it.
Freddy Finger Food.
Oh,
Try a ball.
Fun, family,
I'm
fitness.
going to try a ball.
Try a fitness
We have the best
ball, a
balls in
protein ball.
town.
What's in them?
This one is agave. There is dark chocolate in it, a little bit of espresso.
Is there sugar in it?
Other than the dark chocolate, that's it.
Yep.
Gluten-free protein. We use hemp protein, goji berry, pea protein. A lot of the companies that cater a little bit more to the fitness bodybuilding industry, we're trying to cater to families. We just launched our kids menu.
They're delicious.
It's too good.
That's what a lot of people say.
Oh my gosh.
It's got to be bad for me.
Got to be a
Yeah,
trick.
no,
Try
that's we just did the Fort Lauderdale Wine and Food Festival, and everybody, I would stand behind and say, "Come
Wow.
and try my balls," and everybody was like, "This is amazing."
And you have a breakdown on everything?
We have the macronutrients, and I'm not one that wants anybody to be stuck on numbers, but I do want you to have an idea of what your body should be capable of eating. So if you see your calories, your protein, your fats, your carbs,
Too good.
you have a better understanding
How many
of
carbs is in this?
this particular one. The serving size is, this has 9 carbs, and that's for 2 balls.
That's for 2, so you only had 1, so you're good to go.
And what's the sugar on it?
The sugar on this one, there's 2 grams of fiber. There is 4.4 grams of protein, 9 grams of carbs, 5.6 grams of fat, 100 calories, and
For
there's-
2.
Fine.
Yeah, for 2 balls.
So it's like,
They're delicious.
So a lot of people will get a couple meals and then they'll get the protein balls. A lot of corporations is who we're targeting too, because people don't have the time. And then if they're sitting at a desk all day, they're literally shortening the longevity of their life because they're not getting physical activity and then they're eating horribly. So it's a double whammy.
Oh my gosh, I walk around with a Quest bar in my bag because when I get hungry, my hands start to shake.
Yep.
And it's what can I grab first?
Yep.
So
and that's
instead
my
of going
motto
to the vending machine,
exactly.
I always try and keep something, but keeping something like those protein balls would be fantastic.
Has to be convenient, and then it's a good way to break up those meals.
Yep.
Because the best nutritionist is going to tell you got to eat frequently throughout the day, and I always compare it to the typical diabetic's diet is really the way that most of us should be eating anyway.
Exactly.
You want to keep your insulin consistent.
Big protein, exactly. It's the consistent protein throughout the day. It's a low carb. Eating frequently, smaller meals, let the body really digest it properly, and just regulate that energy.
How do people find your food? Where are you located?
Well, our kitchen is out of Sunrise. We deliver all over South Florida. And
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you deliver. That's
we
even
do.
better.
Yes, we deliver on Sundays. And if you go online, everything's easily accessible on your computer or on your phone. My goal is to miss it. Make it stupid simple. So even myself and my coaches online, customer service, they're equipped to help you based on your fitness goals, where you don't just go online and you pick whatever. Because we have a lot of different menu options. We have paleo, we have gluten-free, we have our competition diet if people want to eat super clean. We have the kids menu, which we just launched, which is great because all these summer camps that we're getting involved with for kids, we beta tested it with a few children, and we had the typical lasagna, peanut butter and jelly, mac and cheese, but we made healthy versions. And a kid won't lie to you. They'll tell you if they like it or not. So we came up with a menu for them, and now we're hitting up a lot of these schools and these summer camps to make it fun for them and to educate them. That's how you change generations.
Motivate Fit Meals. All right, we're going to have to check that out. How is the price point?
So we have different packages. If we're working with individuals, the meals themselves range anywhere from $10 to $12 a meal.
And delivery is?
The delivery fee is $5.
Can't beat that.
Nope. You think if you go to, like yesterday, I was talking to the North Miami Beach Police, and they were saying at lunch they go out and they eat KFC or they get Panera, and a wrap itself is $12 to $14. So, for example, here you're getting a fillet of steak with no seasoning, nothing. You're getting potatoes, asparagus, and it tastes good.
Freddie, you're going to have to try that.
Yeah.
Asparagus?
Yeah.
The steak.
Oh, the steak, yes.
Have the steak. All right, thank you. I want to move the mic over to Dr. Braun, and then just pop in anytime. Bobby knows he just moves the mic back and forth. So pop in. Welcome, Scott. Welcome, Dr. Braun.
I thank you very much.
So you getting a better feel of what we do?
Yeah, I'm getting a good feel for what you do. Largely, from what I'm hearing from Monica, it's actually very refreshing. I see a lot of people in the fitness industry that have had extreme diets and had extreme products.
But first tell us what you do.
I'm a chiropractor in Boca Raton. I'm also a personal trainer. I've been in the fitness industry for, going on 40 years. I was a bodybuilder back in the 70s and 80s, back in yesteryear. I work with a lot of people. I've also judged for the NGA, National Federation, for about the last 12 years. And what she's saying is 100% spot on. We see a lot of hype in the media, a lot of things that are more commercialized and marketable. We see a lot of chemistry that's questionable that's in a lot of products, mostly synthetic sweeteners, synthetic preservatives, many of which break down to formalin and different types of toxins in the body and are malmetabolized. Also, getting used to different types of protein supplements, there are more than just simply proteins for the body. There are vegetable source proteins. There are proteins that are more collagen based that affect our joints, our hair, and our teeth. There are macroproteins as far as, let's say, tri and higher peptides. The tripeptides are the largest units, the 3 protein acid chains that you can absorb at one time, the most effective and efficient that the body will actively absorb. But also by breaking them down to the essential amino acids, the ones your body can't manufacture and reconfigure, we have a lot greater efficiency, and we can alter the ratio of those for different targeted purposes. We're starting to make much more of a science out of health and fitness, and it's trickling down from the fitness industry to the average person. The price point of what she does, I respect because I see what the costs are of a lot of these products. She's keeping it attainable to the average person, and it changes lifestyle.
It's the food, and when I first met you, and you cook, and I said to you flat out, I don't cook. So for me, and for people who are busy and on the go all the time, this is so convenient because it's healthy, it's easy, it's quick, it's delivered.
And that was my
price
moment.
point.
Yep, because as a competitor, as you know, you're measuring your food. I had 3 of those countertop grills, and I was cutting up chicken one day. I'm like, there has to be a better way. And then that's what started me working with another meal delivery company.
And we do this every day. And the amount of companies that come through our doors and on mic with us with the protein powders and the supplements, it's overwhelming. Just when I think about the amount of people that we work with, I can't even imagine what it's like for someone to walk into a store and try and choose. And then
mass
choose
confusion
that, and
is
then
the
plus,
problem. Yep.
I mean, Lily has a phenomenal line from Evolving Bodies, and I love that we can work with someone, and I trust her products. I send her to Bobby. Bobby trusts her products, and I don't have any of that guesswork.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's a tough part too, because for me in the fitness industry of just the workouts, I'm only with these clients for an hour out of the day. So it's the accountability, the other 23, that I need backup from somebody like Mo to be able to guide them in that nutrition, the nutrition journey. And for her to really, it's not that counting every single individual calorie thing. She's looking at, okay, general carb count, general protein, more or less the number of calories, but then she's also got the knowledge in the actual training. You need to see how your body reacts to that. Because you might just be tempted to say, okay, I want you on 1,200 calories a day, but depending on what your activity level is, your body might react very differently than the next person who happens to be the same height and the same weight.
And Dr. Braun, you told me you work with a lot of athletes as well. You do.
Yeah.
You do rehab, you do chiropractic, but a lot of your client patients, you tell me, are athletes.
Yeah, I do have a lot of professional athletes and a lot of amateur athletes as patients, and I gravitate toward the athlete because they are more discerning and they're more functionally based trained. You find there are a lot more specialties now that are getting into physical medicine. It's an evolving segment of medicine that's been growing over the last 2 decades. And fortunately, it used to be allopathic or holistic or chiropractic. We're starting to overlap and realize, much like Rodney King said, we can all get along.
But I find chiropractors traditionally have always been more open-minded.
Well, we've been more of a hands-on physical medicine. Chiropractic translates to hand practice or hands-on practice. And what we traditionally had done was manipulate the spine to decompress and free motion. But again, as dinosaurs didn't and we do, we evolve. And all healthcare specialties have had to evolve, and a lot of them are coming to realize that if you're maintaining health, it's a whole lot better than having to recoup health once lost.
Preventative maintenance
Absolutely.
is easier than corrective.
Yep.
Preventative, and that's what Dr. Harris said when he was here. And you're talking about a classically trained MD who's been in practice for well over 40 years. He says now he hasn't shifted, but the shift is back to looking at preventive. He doesn't want to put patients on dialysis. Let's get in front of it and say, you know what? Let's change your diet. Let's get into exercise. I don't want to put you on dialysis.
And those are the doctors you want to go to, because it's our job in the healthcare industry to keep up with the times. When we have new information out, whether you're a bodybuilding coach or an MD, there are other ways. And even the clinic that I work at, I have a chiropractor there as well, but we are more of an anti-Western medicine facility because we do believe that medication will treat the symptom but not the underlying problem. And now it comes as I coach people from not just the physical, where like Bobby will do the training in the physical part, and my path has moved more towards let Bobby train the people, but for me it's what we put in our body, how our mental state is, how our stress levels, which is a physiological response, but it comes from what are we telling ourselves every day.
I have a question also from where can people pick up the food from you? Can they?
We don't have a pickup station. We just got a new kitchen in Sunrise where we will have a pickup location for now.
But you'll deliver
We
anywhere.
deliver anywhere.
So someone in Sunrise, you'll still deliver to Sunrise.
Absolutely.
All right, there you go.
Downtown Miami, out here in West Palm.
Let's put your phone number out.
Okay, it's area code 586-909-2993.
No one wants to cook anymore. Scott, I'm coming to you next time, but other than that, I'm going to keep ordering.
I think everybody does want to cook. It's just that life
It's
has changed.
time factor.
Yes.
It doesn't allow you
Yeah,
to.
and that's when we make the not so smart decisions, where you've worked all day and you have the intention of coming home. You come home, there's nothing to eat, so the first thing you do is you order something. It most likely comes out of a box, which will be processed. We don't make the smartest decision.
Right. Well, it's funny because Bobby, I used to say to Bobby, I bet you people go and they work out for a couple of hours and you're starving, and if it's late, the first thing you're going to see is what you're going to eat. So if you see McDonald's, it's, you know, I'll burn it off tomorrow.
Or the pizza's not so bad.
And then
Pizza,
statistically, people go grocery shopping after they work out, which is the worst time.
Oh, that is horrible.
'Cause you buy every
I
junk
buy
in the
just
world.
total
Yes.
garbage. Yeah.
Yep. But that's also a huge missing link is people will do the physical part. They'll train and train and train. For women, I see they become cardio bunnies like crazy. For men, they're lifting in the gym for 2 hours.
And it doesn't change.
And they're wondering why they're not changing. Everybody has a lack of macronutrients in their body, and we're basically starving ourselves.
Which is why I always say it goes back to, I'm going to go 85-15, because 80-20, I don't even think.
You switch that number every day.
I think 80-20 is not quite right, and I think 90-10 is too much. So I'm going to split the difference.
I think 100-100. How's
Me
that?
85-15.
Can't go wrong with 100-100.
What type of patients would come see you, Dr. Braun, besides athletes? I know your practice is larger than just athletes.
Well, I see a diversity of patients. I try to see patients that need to see a doc, patients that have complaint. A lot of maintenance is popularized by a lot of offices, but you know, the bottom line is, if you're feeling well, if you're treating yourself well, if you're educated, which is really what a doctor should do, is educate you. You should be doing what would keep you out of the office. I might see you once a month or once every other month to counter the natural stresses from sitting, as we are now, from standing statically, from the life of veal. Okay? But the bottom line is, if somebody's doing the right things, I want to see people that need to see me orthopedically. I do manipulate spines. I do write dietary protocols all the time for patients. Thank God for human nature. They come back.
So what type of dietary protocol would you write?
Well, it varies according to your needs and according to your goals and your body type. I try not to hammer in a screw with a hammer.
Would you give them a menu? Do you break it down?
What I'll do is I'll break down food groups to begin with. I'll give them the varieties of starches and of fruits as carbohydrates, and I'll try and target mid-glycemic, around a 50%, 60% glycemic index for average. I try and target ones that have high antioxidants, you know, eating the rainbow, high-colored fruits, high-colored vegetables. I tend more toward fruits than I do vegetables because they tend to actually, albeit that they're sweet, they're slower metabolized. Okay, I keep them away from high glycemic fruits. I try and make sure they understand that they want to have about 4 portions for the average person. It'll vary in size. Usually it's milligrams per kilogram body mass. But there's a ratio, roughly about for an average sized person, about a 4-ounce portion of fruit or starch, roughly 4 times a day. And that should be done throughout the first half of the day. Now, somebody who has more of an aerobic lifestyle, more of a cardio lifestyle, they're going to need to replenish that. Okay, because that's their fuel, that's their energy. I try and keep protein going in every 3 hours to 4 hours, preferably every 3 hours. Lifestyle oftentimes gets in the way. But those small, frequent meals are important because your body doesn't store protein. You purge it every time you urinate. It goes out. And if you're not putting it back, it's not going to be functional. If you're having more than a 4-ounce portion of protein, it's going to go out. That's when you start damaging your kidneys. When you give it too much at one time, you got to get rid of it. Okay, so getting them used to these frequent, regular meals is important. It maintains muscle mass. It maintains your protein pool in your blood, what we call nitrogen balance, and keeps you functional because that makes your enzymes, that make your hormones actually work and make your chemistry work when you have enzymatic balance.
What I love so much about this segment we're doing is really about whole foods. We're not talking about supplements and powders and pills and getting it that way.
Or diets.
It goes back to what we need to do is fueling our body with what we need.
Yeah, you got to eat.
We got to go to commercial again, Freddie. I know. He's so perplexed. He's been very quiet today. But
because I'm learning.
It goes back to whole foods, which I think is so fascinating to let people know. There's so many pills and bottles. There's no quick fixes. It's dietary, it's exercise, it's getting the right education.
And
100%.
And it's not referring to it as a diet. This is your nutrition. This is how you're going to eat. It's not the diet because that puts in people's minds.
It's a lifestyle change.
You're going to only eat like that for a short amount of time. You might be a little bit more regulated at the beginning, but this is the style and the quality of food you need to be eating for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I like that because it ain't a diet, it's just life.
It's
nutrition.
Life. Give us a call at 800-889-0267 and we will be right back.
At Elevated Fitness and Nutrition, their mission is to maximize energy and to inspire the human spirit, one person, one meal, one family at a time. Elevated Fitness and Nutrition offers a line of ultra-clean, all-natural, plant-based products with a selection of protein powder, energy boost, and thermogenic metabolizer to fuel your body and maximize your energy. From cooking classes to fitness activities, Elevated promotes an active, healthy lifestyle. For a free sample or more information, contact Kate at kate.elevated@gmail.com. Visit their website at liveelevatedfn.com and use iHeartHealth for 10% off all products. Do Do you love the idea of healthy food conveniently delivered to your door? From Jupiter to Miami, Fit Food Fresh delivers convenience in the form of prepared, delicious, healthy meals direct to your home or office. You're never more than 2 minutes away from a nutritious meal made from the freshest quality ingredients and prepared by gourmet chefs. From paleo to vegan, breakfast to dessert, quinoas to quesadillas, Fit Food Fresh has you covered. You can mix and match meals from their entire menu to create your own custom plan based on your nutritional needs and preferences. Find them at fitfoodfresh.com. With no monthly commitment or setup fee, it's easy to try, risk-free. See why Fit Food Fresh is the highest rated meal plan in South Florida. Visit Fit Food Fresh at fitfoodfresh.com or give them a call at 866-600-4778. That's 866-600-4778. Rochelle Schwartz is a certified emotional relationship coach who's been trained and certified by the world-renowned Ford Institute and has been facilitating coaching workshops for 17 years. She specifically works with women in their 50s and beyond who are ready for radical self-care, powerful and loving relationships, including relationships with themselves and others. Certified in Healing Your Heart, Future Focused, Courage, Blueprint, and Best Year of Your Life. An integrative leader, Rochelle has also been featured on The Oprah Winfrey Show and in numerous magazines, newspapers, and other local TV shows. You'll walk away with more happiness, freedom, and love. Rochelle is your secret agent of change. Contact her directly at coachrochelle@comcast.net or online at www.rochelleschwartz.com. Or you can call her at 954-464-7017. That's 954-464-7017. Sonia Hankin is the confidence expert and passionate guide to men and women who struggle with unworthiness, lack of confidence, and self-doubt. As a holistic psychotherapist and master integrative life coach, Sonia Hankin will help you unlock your confidence so you can make the changes you desire and feel good about yourself no matter what life throws at you. You can work with Sonia via phone, Skype, or in person. Contact Sonia at 954-214-8991. Enough is enough of not feeling good enough. If you want to find your voice and step into your power, call today for a free 30-minute session, 954-214-8991, or visit her at soniahankin.com.
The British are coming! The British are coming! It's the new British invasion!
Nikki Gross-Klein, real estate genius, along with fitness phenom Lily Jaffe of Evolving Bodies, will be joining the Brooklyn Cafe the first Monday of the month at 12 noon. The Brits talk honestly about health, hormones, and women in business. Are you ready to achieve your goals? Join the conversation on wealth, women, finance, aging, relationships, and a lot of fun that might leave the producer speechless. Nikki and Lily are experts in their fields and will share their knowledge and experience to help improve your life. They promise this will be nothing like you've ever heard before. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddy S. at the cafe, give them a call at 1-800-889-0267, toll free. Come on in or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. That's 1-800-889-0267. Let's reopen the cafe doors. Now back to Dawn and Freddy S.
And we're back. Welcome back to a Fun Fitness Friday on the Brooklyn Cafe. Give us a call at 800-889-0267.
That's what I'm going to miss.
You tell us the phone number, please.
No, that's what I'm going to miss.
What are you going to miss?
Me pointing a finger at her.
I thought you were going to miss saying 889.
It's not 889, it's 800. 889-0267.
That number. You can find us live streaming on Facebook and on Periscope at the Brooklyn Cafe and on YouTube at Amp2 TV.
I had a host yesterday. He was saying the number from here down at NN. So I had to run in this. That's the wrong number.
Who was saying that?
It doesn't matter. I had the wrong number. It's so funny.
There was a time when I would get those numbers mixed up in my head. But the nice thing about NN is that it's their call letter. So I can play that over my head. This is visual concrete learner. That I have to see things. When I see it in my head, I think always when I would study, I can see things on the page.
You've learned and you got home and you practice.
Which is why I have so many visuals here. Yeah. But the message spreads that way. We have Motivate Fit Meals with us. We have Bobby Jackson from the Custom Fitness Institute, and we have Dr. Scott Braun. Thank you all for joining us. I know we have a short segment today. Carol will keep us up to date on what's going on. Freddie is so interested. He's had little to say. Do you have any questions?
No, I'm just fascinated because it's like all these ingredients all meet at one spot. And, you know, people always have the excuse. There's always an excuse because I was part of those people, right?
Yes.
When I first met you, it was a Freddy diet. It was eat it. If it didn't move, you ate it. Simple. You didn't work out.
If it ran down your arms, it was even better.
No, that was different.
That's
You know what it is? Latinos love food. We
True.
love to eat. You're
Yep.
Cuban, right? Cuban,
Colombian.
Polish, and all United Nations.
Colombian, Polish, Jewish, everything.
Come
So-
to your house for the next party.
Right?
So, but Latinos love to eat.
Yes.
We are passionate about what we eat. So my sister will always tell you, when you watch Freddie eat, he's having a good time because there's a party going
It's a
on.
cultural thing, and that's how we grow up. Every weekend, it's a party, and it's the music, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's changing, and that's why when somebody says, you know, it's genetics,
I know.
what's genetic is the way that we have been taught to eat, and
Yeah, it's-
all the wrong things.
the environmental in some cases, and they use that to build unbelievable personal relationships when you're sharing a meal with people, especially the family-oriented thing. I always reference Brazil when I'm down there partying with
Well,
the ladies'
you love
family.
Brazilian food.
Amazing. And at any excuse, we're going to throw together a gigantic lunch on
I don't
like
know.
a
I saw my
Thursday.
lady made you something from Minnesota with soup and cheese
Oh,
and
yeah.
all
Yeah, I saw
kinds
that
of.
Oh, we made the hot dish there. You had to do
Because
it.
you
yeah.
were sick or something.
Yeah, I had a little
My
cold
lady
come in,
told us.
and
She told us what was
throws
in
She
that.
ratted you out.
the,
She
the
says
tater tot hot dish
she
together,
says she
and I
made a
ate
bowl
that,
of food.
and
I'm
I
telling
didn't
you,
feel
Dr.
bad about it
Braun,
for a second. Oh, yeah.
Forget it.
she made a bowl to feed 20 people. You ate the whole thing. She
Oh,
told
yeah?
me.
I mean, it took me a few days, but we knocked through that thing. But that,
did-
but that was
Did
it.
she say
you know?
a few days? She didn't say a few days.
No, she did not.
Oh, no, it took us a while to knock that out. That was a huge pile of
She
food.
said
but,
she got none.
but again, didn't feel bad about it for a second. That was so good. Again, we had, the nice lean ground beef, had a little potato on top, not ideal. I'm trying to, keep the body fat a little bit lower.
No carbs.
Had some carb.
It had-
Absolutely. Had that carbohydrate in there. But again, if the fitness level's keeping up with it, we get done doing a
That's
little
right.
jiu-jitsu and
That's
some
the equalizer.
kickboxing. At least in my mind, that's it.
And that's what it is, the mentality.
little bit
It's
more process
changing
than
the
I like.
mindset.
And then it's also with the mindset and how I try to coach people on their nutrition.
Right.
It's have a plan at least.
Yeah.
Think
Dr.
about go to
I
bed
wanna-
at
we
night
only
and
have
think
like
about
3
in the morning.
minutes. Dr. Braun, tell us where we can find you. And what I love about your approach is it's not only about the manipulation of the spine. You're looking at the whole patient. You're looking at their food, their movement, their activity. So they're not just coming in and going, fix me, and they're in and out. You're truly caring about the wholeness of the patient.
Well, fortunately, most patients do bring the spine with them, but they also have the rest of the bodies along with them
But
as well.
you take the
And
time and you go over it with them.
You have to. You're dealing with a whole individual, and it's multifaceted. I mean, I guess I can summarize basically from what you said earlier about it being a lifestyle. We're dealing with non-absolutes, and I think you'll both agree. There are times you have to indulge. There are times you have a slice of cheesecake. Okay, it's not never. It's not always. Those are two words that I hate. Even down in training techniques, never do a given exercise. Even if it seems horrific, look at who, look at why, look at what.
Exactly.
Okay, if you're balancing and your general lifestyle is a much healthier lifestyle, and you understand what you're doing, it's all going to be good. And you got to live.
Where can we find you? Your phone number, office?
I'm located at 500 Northeast Spanish River Boulevard, Boca Raton, Florida, suite number 35. We're just one block off of Federal Highway in Boca.
And is it Scott Braun Chiropractic, or is there a name of a group?
Scott Braun, D.C.
That's
I
what
have
I
an
found.
associate in the practice as well.
All right, and Monica, how can we find your foods and you?
You can find my phone number again is area code 586-909-2993, or you can go to my website. It's www.motivate. It's MOTIV, the number 8, fitmeals.com. And my coaches online, they're also equipped to help you pick out your food options based on your fitness goals.
And I do love these protein balls.
They're delicious.
They're really delicious.
And we
Bobby,
have parfait and some really other good snacks. by
Listen,
the
the
way.
real cool thing is that the three of them, individually, what they do is spectacular, but it works for every age group.
well, here it is. Individually, it's a piece, but the whole is greater than the sum of the parts.
Correct.
And
It's
we're all
always what it
trying to
comes back
teach.
to.
It's, part of the Custom Fitness Institute. We wanted it to be an institution of learning.
And where do we
want
find
you
the
to be able
Custom
to take
Fitness
something
Institute?
away when you leave 1701 East Atlantic
There you
Boulevard
go.
in Pompano Beach.
Nice.
Or you can give us a shout at 954-999-8458. We also still have our promotion up, the Brooklyn Cafe session for a free hour with me at Custom
really?
Fitness. We can go over nutrition,
he announced
the
it yesterday.
assessment. It can be
couldn't
just
hear
the
nothing
hour
yesterday.
workout. Download the Mind Body application, find the Custom Fitness Institute, and schedule that Brooklyn Cafe session. any time on my schedule. And we're going to have that up for the rest of the weekend. So make sure you get that in by Monday.
Thank you, Mo. Thank you, Bobby, Dr. Braun. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Carol, thanks for yesterday. Freddie?
Okay.
Have a great weekend.
You too.
Have a great weekend, everyone. Be kind to each other. We'll see you Monday, same time, same place.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today, and even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day, Monday through Friday at 12 noon. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more goodwill next time. Although today's show was live, you can follow the cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe to rewatch every minute of the show. Call 866-224-5422 to